So the question is, where exactly are the hidden places where hantavirus exposure happens most, and what can you do right now to make absolutely sure you never become one of its victims? Let's take a look at that. If you enjoy spending time in your garden shed in the morning, retreating to a cabin on weekends, or doing a bit of spring cleaning in the storage room, this video was made specifically for you. Because there might be a deadly virus hiding in some of the most ordinary places in your everyday life, and the vast majority of seniors have absolutely no idea it's there. But first, what is hantavirus and where does it come from? Here's the short version. Hantavirus is a deadly virus carried by infected rodents, primarily deer mice, cotton rats, and white-footed mice. According to a global ecology review published on the NIH's PubMed database, these rodents shed the virus through their urine, droppings, and saliva. Here's the part that shocks most people. You don't even need to touch the rodent. All you have to do is breathe in contaminated dust, and the virus is already in your lungs. The virus was formally identified in the United States in 1993 during a devastating outbreak in the Four Corners of the American Southwest. Young, healthy adults were dying of respiratory failure within days. Doctors had no answers. The culprit turned out to be a new pathogen, what we now call sin nombre virus, the primary cause of Hantavirus Cardiopulmonary Syndrome, or HPS. According to published critical care research on PMC, HPS carries a fatality rate of up to 38%. A second form, called hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome, or HFRS, destroys the kidneys and kills tens of thousands globally every single year, according to Frontiers pathogenesis research. Now here is what concerns me for seniors specifically. A comprehensive study on hantavirus ecology published by NIH found that exposure does not happen in exotic, faraway places. It happens in ordinary, everyday environments you and I walk into without a second thought. By the end of this video, you are going to understand the hidden places where hantavirus exposure happens most, and you are going to walk away with a clear, simple three-part framework to protect yourself and the people you love. That is my promise. Let's build it together. Before we get to the hidden places, there's one thing about how this virus works that you absolutely need to understand, because this changes everything. You do not need to see a mouse to be exposed. Research published by unique scientific publishers confirms that hantavirus survives in rodent droppings and urine for days, sometimes weeks, in cool, dry environments. When those droppings dry out and turn to dust, the virus becomes airborne. One breath inside an enclosed space where rodents have been active is all it takes. Think about that for a moment. One breath. That's your entire exposure window. Now let's talk about the 7 hidden places where that risk is highest for seniors. Hidden place number 1. Your garden shed. This might surprise you, but your garden shed is one of the highest risk environments for hantavirus exposure. Here's why. Sheds are warm during winter, dark, and rarely disturbed for months at a time. That's a perfect home for deer mice. Bags of soil, mulch, and fertilizer, rodents nest directly inside them. And when you open that shed in spring, sweep the floor, or shake out an old bag of compost, you're stirring up contaminated dust and breathing it in. A global ecology review on NIH confirms that enclosed, low-ventilation spaces where rodents nest seasonally are among the most common hantavirus exposure environments. Before you step into your shed this spring, I'm going to show you exactly what to do, but stay with me. Hidden place number 2. Cabins and vacation homes. If you have a cabin, lake house, or vacation property that has been sitting closed for several months, please listen to this carefully. Closed cabins are prime nesting ground for rodents. When you arrive in spring or summer and open the windows, sweep the floors, or shake out old bedding, you are potentially releasing hantavirus particles directly into the air you're breathing. Research from NIH's Global Hantavirus Review shows that a significant number of HPS cases in the United States are directly linked to cleaning activities inside enclosed vacation properties. The danger is greatest in the first 30 minutes of opening a space that has been shut all winter. The virus doesn't announce itself. The air smells fine. That's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Hidden place number 3. Storage rooms and basements. Here's a counterintuitive claim for you, and this one catches most people completely off guard. Your basement storage room may be more dangerous than your backyard. Storage rooms are cluttered, dark, and often have tiny gaps in the walls or foundation that rodents slip through with ease. The cardboard boxes that many seniors store in these rooms, mice use them as nesting material. Research on hantavirus clinical presentation published on Frontiers notes something very important. Many patients who develop HFRS or HPS have absolutely no memory of any direct rodent contact. Their only common activity was cleaning or reorganizing an indoor storage space. That's how invisible this threat is. Hidden place number 4. RVs and seasonally stored vehicles. This one is especially important for retirees who love to travel. If you store an RV, camper, or boat between seasons, rodents can enter through vents, drainage holes, and gaps as small as a dime. They nest inside the walls and insulation where you'll never see them. And when you reopen and air out your vehicle before a trip, especially when you run the heating or AC, you can circulate contaminated air throughout the entire cabin. Hantavirus surveillance studies have documented cases where the enclosed ventilation systems of recreational vehicles became highly effective at distributing viral particles the moment they were disturbed. Before your next road trip, this matters. Now, this is where it gets genuinely interesting, and this is the part most people completely miss. Most people assume hantavirus is something that only happens out in the wilderness to hikers or hunters sleeping on the ground, but the research tells a completely different story. A comprehensive ecology study published on NIH found that rodent populations are actively expanding their range into suburban and even urban areas, driven largely by warming winters from climate change. Warmer winters means more rodents survive. More rodents means more virus, and more virus in your garden shed, your cabin, your storage room, your backyard. Here's what's mind-blowing to me. You do not need to live near a forest. You do not need to touch a single rodent. According to the research, the most common hantavirus exposure profile is a senior adult performing ordinary household maintenance in a confined, low-ventilation space. That's it. That's the entire exposure. Hidden place number 5. Farming activities and outdoor hobbies. Seniors who enjoy hobby farming, tending backyard livestock, or working with hay and grain storage face a significantly elevated risk. Research on hantavirus zoonosis, published by unique scientific publishers, confirms that agricultural environments, grain bins, hay storage areas, chicken coops are among the highest documented exposure sites globally. If you handle hay bales, move stored grain, or regularly work inside animal enclosures, that is a high-risk activity. Not because the activity itself is dangerous, but because rodents are drawn directly to food sources, and their droppings contaminate exactly the surfaces you touch and the air you breathe. Hidden place number 6. Confined shared living spaces. Number 6, and this one I want you to pay close attention to. Confined spaces where people live together for extended periods. A man aboard a cruise ship developed a confirmed hantavirus infection, one of the most unexpected exposure settings you could imagine. Investigations pointed to rodent activity in the ship's storage and utility areas below the passenger decks. This case underscores a critical truth. Hantavirus can follow you into any confined living environment where rodents have access. For seniors in assisted living, shared vacation homes, or multi-generational households, if someone close to you becomes infected, what do you do? Here is what the research tells us. Hantavirus in the U.S., the North American strain, sin nombre, is not known to spread from person to person, but the Andes virus, the South American strain, can spread from person to person. According to the NIH clinical review, you cannot catch it from an infected family member through touch, breath, or casual contact. What you can do is act fast, support them, and get them to emergency medical care immediately. According to critical care research on PMC, early intensive care intervention is the single greatest predictor of survival in Hantavirus Cardiopulmonary Syndrome. If you or someone close to you develops sudden fever, deep muscle aches, or any shortness of breath within 1 to 5 weeks of potential rodent exposure, do not wait. Go to the emergency room. Hidden place number 7. Garages and under-home crawl spaces. Crawl spaces under older homes are dark, damp, and almost never cleaned. Rodents love them. And when heated air rises from your home and pulls through gaps in the flooring, it can carry contaminated particles from below directly into your living space without you ever going anywhere near the crawl space itself. A Hantavirus diagnostics guide published in Clinical Laboratory Science notes that patients with no obvious outdoor exposure often have rodent activity identified below or adjacent to their living space upon investigation. You can be exposed in your own living room without ever leaving it. Of everything I have shown you today, this is the one that matters most. What I am about to share is not just another precaution. This is the root, not a symptom, not a side effect, the actual framework that connects every hidden place we discussed today and tells you exactly how to protect yourself from all of them at once. I saved this for last. Here is the master insight. Every single hidden place we discussed today has exactly one thing in common: enclosed space plus rodent activity plus disturbed dust equals exposure. That means your protection strategy is not a long checklist. It is one 3-part framework. I call it the ventilate, suppress, protect shield. And here is why this matters so deeply. According to research on therapeutic approaches to hantavirus published on PMC, there is currently no approved vaccine and no proven cure for hantavirus infection. The ribavirin trial published in Clinical Research showed limited efficacy for cardiopulmonary syndrome. The only medicine that works 100% of the time is prevention, which means this framework is not a helpful tip, it is your only weapon. Every location we covered today, your shed, your cabin, your storage room, your RV, your hay barn, your crawl space, falls apart as a threat the moment you apply this 3-part shield before you enter. Part 1. Ventilate. Open windows and doors of any enclosed space that has been shut for weeks or months. Walk away and let it air out for at least 30 minutes before you step inside. According to NIH prevention guidelines, this dramatically reduces airborne viral concentration. Do this every single time, no exceptions. Part 2. Suppress. Before you touch, sweep, or move anything in a rodent risk area, wet all surfaces down first. Use a bleach solution, 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Research on hantavirus transmission confirms that the virus is fully inactivated by bleach. Spray everything. Wait 5 minutes, then wet mop or wet wipe everything. Never dry sweep. Never vacuum without a HEPA filter. Dry sweeping turns contaminated dust into a cloud you breathe. Part 3. Protect. Wear an N95 respirator, not a cloth mask, not a surgical mask, an N95 respirator whenever you work in a confirmed or suspected rodent exposure environment. This is the minimum protection standard. Here are your 7 steps before entering any of the locations we covered today. 1. Check for rodent signs, droppings, gnaw marks, shredded nesting material. If you find any, do not proceed without full protection. 2. Open all windows and doors. Step back, let it air out for 30 minutes. 3. Put on your N95 respirator before you go back in. 4. Spray all surfaces with your bleach solution. Let it sit for 5 minutes. 5. Wet mop or wet wipe all surfaces. Never dry sweep. 6. Seal all cleaning materials in a bag and dispose of them outside. 7. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And if you believe you may have been exposed, or if you or someone close to you develops sudden fever, severe muscle aches, or any shortness of breath within 1 to 5 weeks of potential rodent exposure, go to the hospital immediately. Do not wait to see if it passes. According to critical care research on PMC, Hantavirus Cardiopulmonary Syndrome progresses with shocking speed. Early hospitalization and intensive monitoring is what saves lives. Studies on long-term outcomes published on PMC also show that survivors can face lasting kidney damage, another reason early intervention is everything. You now know the 7 hidden places where hantavirus risk is highest for seniors, and you have a simple 3-part shield: ventilate, suppress, protect, that covers every single one of them. You are no longer walking blind into your garden shed, your cabin, or your storage room. You are walking in prepared. And that preparation is the difference between exposure and protection. If this video helped you, or if you know a senior who spends time in any of these environments, please share it with them. It could genuinely save a life. And if you want to keep receiving simple, evidence-based health protection information every week, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you never miss one. Every week, we bring you research-backed health guidance designed specifically for seniors, because you deserve to live your healthiest years with confidence. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will see you in the next one.